Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Acti-Statin, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Castleton Lions, Claiborne Farm, Crestwood Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, Gainesway, Horse Sense, Horse Races Now, Juddmont Farm, Keeneland, Lanes End, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Ramard, Sally Horse Fans, Shadwell Farm, and Warrendale Sales.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring an undefeated winner of the Grade 1 Wood Memorial and a Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby winner with impressive credentials. We begin with fillies and mares at Aqueduct and the Grade 2 Ruffian Handicap. My Wandy's Girl, the 9-10 favorite, Tom Durkin picks up the call.
The half was up in a swift 45 4/5 seconds, and they're ganging up on Funny's approval. The lead's now just 3/4 of a length. Centrique rolls up alongside now second with Great Pleasure down on the fence. And My Mandy's Girl there in the far outside, followed by 1.3 Carats, and Twice the Lady trails the field, but within striking range as the field turns for home with Great Pleasure, cuts the corner and takes the lead. With Great Pleasure now by 2. Funny's approval comes up empty for the final furlong. Then Centrique and My Wendy's Girl on the far outside. With Great Pleasure still there 2 lengths. Centrique cutting into that lead for the final 16th. And a final try from My Wendy's Girl down to the finish with Great Pleasure trying to hold on. Yes!
14-1 long shot with Great Pleasure holds off the late charge of odds-on favorite My Wandy's Girl by 3/4 of a length. The first of 2 graded stakes victories on the card for John Velasquez. Time with the race 136-2. Stakes placed at Aqueduct and Laurel Park earlier this year. With Great Pleasure ships in from Charlestown, where she won a handicap in her latest. The 5-year-old mare by Hold That Tiger was bred in Kentucky by Valerie Blethen and owner David Blethen. Trained by David Nunn, With Great Pleasure has won or placed in 13 stakes and has earned nearly $593,000. Sprinters at Santa Anita and the Grade 2 Potrero Grande Stakes. Jimmy Creed, the 6-5 favorite. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
Past the 3/8 they go, Comet to the top, but Jimmy Creed's breathing down his neck in second now, and Jimmy Creed goes looking for the lead. A Priority in the red cap, Unbridled's Note, then Camp Victory, Second City's dropped out. They're at the top of the lane now, and Jimmy Creed now kicks for home. A Priority running a big one. Unbridled's Note trying to get involved late too. Homeward bound, Jimmy Creed is fully stretched, but he's game, he's holding on. Unbridled's Note coming between them. We're coming down to these two. Jimmy Creed, Unbridled's Note. Jimmy Creed keeps on finding. The more they asked, the more he gave. And Jimmy Creed and Garrett Gomez win it about a length.
Jimmy Creed by Windstar Farm Stag and Distorted Humor holds off Unbridled's Note by 3/4 of a length. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Garrett Gomez up in 1:15 flat. Jimmy Creed making his first start since taking the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes on opening day. A graded stakes double on the card for Gomez, trainer Richard Mandela and Spendthrift Farm. The 4-year-old colt was bred in Kentucky by Stone Street Thoroughbred Holdings and is a half-brother to multiple Grade 1 stakes winner Pussycat Doll. A $900,000 Keeneland September yearling from the Gainesway consignment, Jimmy Creed has earned $403,000. Back to Aqueduct for the Grade 1 Carter Handicap. Discreet Dancer, the even money favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
The field moves into the far turn. Consortium and Brigham right alongside. Justin behind, Fort Loudon third. Discreet Dancer now giving his cue. There he goes, making a move 3 furlongs from the wire. Another 2 back to Swagger Jack. And a lot to do here for Sahara Sky. Now about 7 or 8 from the lead. They went through that half in 44 3/5 seconds. Now the field turns for home. Consortium in front, but he ran very fast to get there. On the far outside, Swagger Jack is coming on, and Discreet Dancer's in between horses, and they're into the final furlong. Consortium, Swagger Jack, and Discreet Dancer in between those two. Swagger Jack in front, a wild finish coming from Sahara Sky. They're coming down to the wire, and Swagger Jack holds on to do it here.
15-1 long shot, Swagger Jack by Lanes and Stag and Smart Strike holds off the late charge of Sahara Sky by 3/4 of a length. Irad Ortiz Jr. aboard the Keeneland Sales graduate in 1:21 2, a 1:08 brisk speed rating. Swagger Jack was coming off a second place finish to race favorite Discreet Dancer and the Grade 1 Gulfstream Park Handicap. This was the first stakes victory for the Marty Wolfson trainee. The 5-year-old horse was bred in Virginia by Edward P. Evans and is a half-brother to Grade 1 stakes winner Tap Dance. A $280,000 Keeneland September yearling from the lanes in consignment, Swagger Jack has earned nearly $452,000 for Silverton Hill LLC. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3-year-old fillies featured in this segment. We begin at Aqueduct with the Grade 2 Gazelle Stakes. Close hatches the 6-5 favorite. Tom Durkin has the call.
Close hatches confronted by Princess of Silmar as they round the far turn. Walking with a purpose, now third after 3/4 up in a strong 1:10-4. Coming to the top of the stretch now. Close hatches, locking horns with Princess of Silmar as the field turns for home. Walk with a purpose wide off the turn, 3/16 out, and this battle continues here between Closed Hatches and Princess of Silmar. Closed Hatches holding on grimly to the lead. Princess of Silmar fighting on, but a half length behind and 100 yards to go. And Closed Hatches prevails over Princess of Silmar to win the Gazelle by 3 lengths on the line.
Close hatches by Juddmonte Farm Stag in first defense. The front-running winner officially by 3 1/4 over Princess of Silmar. Joel Rosario aboard in 150-2. Close hatches making her stakes debut after impressively winning her first 2 starts at Gulfstream Park. The first of 2 graded stakes winning 3-year-old fillies last Saturday for trainer Bill Mott and Juddmonte Farms. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Millsec Limited. Close hatches has earned $201,000. To Keeneland for the Grade 1 Ashland Stakes. Spring in the air, the lukewarm 4-1 favorite. Kurt Becker has the call.
23-3 at the quarter, 48 seconds for the opening half mile. Emollient, 2.5 length lead as they go to the far turn. Every way second, Redress the Battle is in good position. Third down toward the inside within 2 lengths of the leader. Spring in the air is fourth. Kitten's Dumplings moves outside of her into the 5th position. 2D Paesi looks toward the inside, moves down to the rail, moves up in the 3rd position, but 6 lengths off the lead. And the leader's coming to the 8th pole, and Emollient hasn't been asked for a thing. Mike Smith aboard Emollient turning for home, a 5-length lead. Kitten's Dumplings, then 2D Paesi down toward the inside. But look at Emollient, final furlong of the Central Bank Ashland. She is absolutely spectacular in victory here at Keeneland this afternoon.
Emollient rolls to a 9-length victory over 2D Paesi. Mike Smith aboard in 143-2. Trainer Bill Mott wheeling the Juddmonte Farms homebred back only a week after her 30-length drubbing in the Grade 2 Gulfstream Oaks. Runner-up in the Grade 2 Demoiselle Stakes at 2, the Kentucky-bred filly by Empire Maker records her first stakes victory. Emollient has earned nearly $442,000. Keeneland Stakes action is presented by Warrendale Sales, now accepting entries for the Keeneland September yearling sale. A reminder that entries close May 1st. Next, the Grade 1 Santa Anita Oaks. Beholder bet down to 30 cents on the dollar. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
They strung out over a lot of ground as they go into the turn in the Santa Anita Oaks, and Beholder still clear by 2 lengths and going very easy. In the second spot, 50 Shades of Hay. I Tapper now starts to make a run. Here's I Tapper in the green cap coming to take them on. Blackwitch drops out, Spellbound winding up from last. They come to the top of the lane, and now Beholder is asked to go for home. Leads it by just under 2. 50 Shades of Hay. I Tapper's running a big one in the centre. Past the 8th pole they come, and Beholder's starting to open up again. And it is Beholder in front by 4 as they come to the 16th. I Tapper chasing from second. But Beholder just plain too good. Absolute class. Beholder and Garrett Gomez winning it easily in the Santa Anita Oaks.
Odds-on favorite Beholder defeats long-shot Isle Tappa by 2 3/4 lengths. Garrett Gomez aboard the Keeneland Sales graduate in 143 flat. The champion filly is 4 for 5 at Santa Anita, including the Breeders' Cup Juvenile fillies last fall. The Richard Mandela trainee was coming off an easy victory in the Grade 1 Las Virgenes Stakes. The filly by Henny Hughes was bred in Kentucky by Clarkland Farm and is a half-sister to Grade 1 Stakes winner and current Spendthrift Farm stallion Into Mischief. A $180,000 Keeneland September yearling, Beholder has banked $1,575,000 for Spendthrift Farm. Beholder paid $260 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. The Lanes End Stallion of the week is two-time leading sire in North America, Smart Strike. This past weekend, he added another Grade 1 winner to his tally when Swagger Jack, a Lanes End sales grad, took the Carter Handicap. That same day, his 3-year-old filly Scarlet Strike won the Grade 3 Providencia Stakes. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with the opening day feature from Keeneland, the Grade 3 Transylvania Stakes on turf. Jack Milton, the 5-2 favorite. Kurt Becker has the call.
Redwood Kitten is the leader. Jack Milton moving up on the far outside, and Star Contender put to a drive but not responding yet in between those two. A quarter mile to come, and Jack Milton running after Redwood Kitten, who's still there toward the inside. Bambazaki up with the Birds and Fire Guard on the far outside. Up with the Birds down the center of the course. Coming after Jack Milton. Redwood Kitten toward the inside. Jack Milton with the lead. Up with the Birds. Giant strides, but at the line, not enough to catch Jack Milton.
Jack Milton by Claiborne Farm Stallion Warfront outfinishes Up with the Birds by a neck. John Velasquez aboard the Keeneland Sales graduate in 141-4. A first out maiden winner at Gulfstream Park, the Todd Pletcher trainee making his stakes debut after finishing second in an entry-level allowance at Gulfstream Park. The colt was bred in Kentucky by Cherry Valley Farm. It was a $100,000 Keeneland September yearling from the consignment of Claiborne Farm. Gary Barber purchased the winner privately just prior to his first start. Jack Milton has earned nearly $94,000. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year. To Aqueduct for the Grade 3 Bayshore Stakes. Male, the 5-2 favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
Into the far turn, it is Long Shot Retrieve. A narrow lead rounding the turn. Salutos Amigos now pokes ahead in front, and clearly now there on the outside. Those three across the track, The Truth and KG is coming with a bold run on the far outside. And Mali is in behind a wall of horses, turning for home. Claw back down toward the inside as the field comes off the turn. At the top of the stretch now, it is clearly now, and The Truth and KG. Declan's Warrior coming down the center of the racetrack in the final furlong. Clearly now comes away with the lead. Clearly now in front. Declan's Warrior with a final run in them as they come down to the line. Can Declan's Warrior catch Clearly now? Here's the wire. Declan's Warrior got there.
12-1 long shot Declan's Warrior by Ashford Stud Stallion Majestic Warrior gets up to defeat Clearly now by a neck. Jose Lescano up in 122 flat. Only a neck away from being undefeated in 4 starts, the Nick Zito trainee making his stakes debut after dead heating for first in an entry-level allowance at Gulfstream Park. The colt was bred in Kentucky by Lucky Shamrock Escrow and is owned by Kim Zito's Lucky Shamrock Stable. Declan's Warrior has earned nearly $218,000. Jose Lescano with the safe ride of the week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Next up, the Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby. Bob Baffert going for his 7th victory in the race, represented by 3 starters, including even money favorite Flashback. Once again, here's Trevor Dedman.
Past the three-quarter pole they go, and Super 99 has the lead, but they're not in a big hurry here. Golden Sense is on a long rein, going along comfortably in second. Summer Exclusives on the far side. Flashback is down at the rail and Power Broker between them. Only 3 lengths separates those 5. In behind that is Gary Stevens and Storm Fighter. They now have 6 to make up. Dirty Swag at the back of the leading group, and a big gap of 8 lengths further back to Tis a Minister. Into the turn they go in the Santa Anita Derby, and it's Super 99 the leader. Golden Sense now comes to turn the pressure on, and Golden Sense goes to take on Super 99 as they quicken into the turn. Here's Flashback the grey now coming to tackle them as well. On the far side, Power Broker's got to do better. In behind that, Storm Fighter. They come into the top of the lane. Super 99 now. Here comes Flashback. And Flashback is hooked to the grandstand side, and he comes powerfully. Golden Sense going with him. This is the match race we've been waiting for. Golden Sense digs deep. He finds more. Flashback can't get by him. And Golden Sense is widening with a 16th to go. It's Golden Sense in full flight for the wire over Flashback. And Golden Sense and Kevin Krieger have won the Santa Anita Derby.
Golden Sense by Spendthrift Farm Stallion Into Mischief holds off Flashback by a length and a quarter. Kevin Krieger aboard the OBS Sales Graduate in 1:48 3. Winner of the Grade 3 Delta Downs Jackpot at 2 and the Grade 3 Sham Stakes in his 3-year-old debut, Golden Sense was coming off a 4th place finish in the Grade 2 San Felipe Stakes. The winner is trained by Doug O'Neill, who won the 2012 Santa Anita Derby, with the eventual Kentucky Derby and Preakness Stakes winner I'll Have Another. The colt was bred in Kentucky by Rosecrest Farm and Karen Borello and was a $5,500 yearling turned $62,000 OBS June 2-year-old. Golden Sense has earned $1,250,000 for WC Racing, Dave Kinney, and Rick Pitino's RAP Racing.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by Remards, total line of equine products featuring total respiratory and endurance, enhanced performance and oxygen capacity, and beneficial for respiratory hemorrhage. For further information, please log on to remardi.com.
Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the Grade 1 Wood Memorial, featuring a showdown between undefeated 3-year-olds, 4-5 favorite VERRAZANO and Vijack. Here's the call by Tom Durkin.
Ready for the start of the Wood Memorial. And they're off. VERRAZANO breaks in stride, and it was a horrible start for Freedom Child, left at the back of the pack. In the meantime, there goes Chris and the Capper out to take the lead. Chris and the Capper in front. An alert beginning for VERRAZANO now. He's second on the outside, conceding the early lead to Chris and the Capper, who steps out to lead by 3. El Nawi is now third toward the inside. Vijack right there in behind VERRAZANO. He's running now 4th as they make their way to the backstretch run. Then Go Get the Basil Races in 5th place, followed by Normie Innovation, who's now 6th. Mr. Palmer is 7th. Freedom Child, after that disastrous start, 8th on the far outside. 3 lengths back to Always in a Tiz and Keynesian Monarch. So the field moving up the backstretch run. 24-4. It was a soft first quarter there for Chris and the Capper. Going out as a long shot on an 80-1 prayer here. VERRAZANO, the heavily favored, is a stalking second as they make their way for the far turn. Freedom Child making an aggressive move on the outside. Vijack is right there, just in behind VERRAZANO. He's making a 3-wide move now. Normandy Invasion still in the thick of it. He's only about 5 from the front. The half was 49 3/5 seconds. It was very slow to develop this pace. 3 furlongs from the line. VERRAZANO now called on for run. Chris and the Capper keeps on fighting on. Second on the inside. Vijack is third, and he swings into action on the outside as the field turns for home. El Nawi's in behind horses, and Normandy Invasion is there on the outside, coming into the final furlong now. VERRAZANO tested as he has never been tested before by Vijack. 2 undefeated 3-year-olds into the final 16th of a mile. Normandy Invasion is third, and they're coming down to the finish, and it will be VERRAZANO onto the Derby, undefeated.
Odds-on favorite VERRAZANO by Windstar Farm Stallion More Than Ready remains undefeated with his 3/4 length victory over Normandy Invasion. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales Graduates. John Velasquez aboard in 1:50 1. Winner of his first 2 starts at Gulfstream Park by a combined margin of 24 lengths, the Todd Pletcher trainee was coming off a 3-length victory in the Grade 2 Tampa Bay Derby. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Emory Hamilton. VERRAZANO has earned $861,000 for Let's Go stable, Michael Tabor, Mrs. John Magner, and Derek Smith. The colt was consigned by Middlebrook Farm Agent to the 2011 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Let's Go stable for $250,000. Undefeated Kentucky Derby favorite VERRAZANO, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. We'll see you next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson has been presented by Staten, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Castleton Lions, Claiborne Farm, Crestwood Farm, Dock Lanes Veterinary Pharmacy, Gainesway, Horse Sense, Horse Races Now, Juddmont Farm, Keeneland, Lanes End, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Ramard, Sally Horse Fans, Shadwell Farm, and Warrendale Sales. Online at tbredweek.com.